Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again. No, you did not read that title incorrectly. The Miz is, may turn face again, and, very soon. And so, it was reported earlier that The Miz may turn face and align himself with DIY. I'm gonna kind of give sort of my general thoughts about the matter, and then kind of explore that. And we're also going to kind of touch on some of the other stuff we've heard regarding the Intercontinental Championship. But first, The Miz apparently may turn face soon. May feud with Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship and align himself with DIY. Of course, it does make sense to a degree, that being DIY is feuding with Imperium. In fact, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa will be facing Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci tonight on Raw in tag team action. The first DIY tag team match we've had since I believe 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And that is DIY as a tag team. They did, of course, team up for War Games, but the first tag team match since 2020, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to be battling Imperium there, and The Miz may join them and battle against Gunther as well, which is interesting considering The Miz has feuded with both Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. But The Miz turning face, The Miz potentially turning face and joining up, and apparently he won't be the only one vying for the Intercontinental Championship. There are some other names as well, such as Bronson Reed, Iva, I forget who else they said, Ricochet, yeah, yes. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the full list. But as for The Miz turning face, the thing about it is obviously nothing wrong with changing allegiances from heel to face. It happens, of course, all the time in wrestling. But I feel like The Miz character always works better as a heel. And case in point, the fact that they've tried to turn him face before. This isn't his first rodeo as a face. He turned face. For starters, when he first started out, he started off as kind of a face. Not really too much of an allegiance, because as obviously he was doing stuff with like the Diva Search and things like that. This was before he really started competing in the ring, But so it's kind of starting off as a face, then developed a heel. Then he turned face in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was 2013. They tried it out for a little bit, and then he turned face again in 2019 after his split with Shane McMahon. But the thing is The Miz being face, he's something about it has always seemed kind of off. Now, The Miz, I'm sure The Miz is a very nice guy in real life. I'm sure he is, but I feel like he's always worked better as a heel. Like, his ability to work a crowd, his ability to be snarky and smarmy, to get people to detest him, and I feel like that's always worked better in The Miz's favor. He knows how to play the role, and he knows how to play the role really well. And some wrestlers are like that. Some performers are like that, where they're naturally predisposed to one side versus the other. Now, some really can do both. I feel like Chris Jericho can do both, but there are some that's a bit more predisposed to one side. I feel like MJF is always a better heel than face, although his face run he's going on is pretty good right now. But Randy Orton, I felt like, has always been a better heel than face. Hell, even Edge, I feel like, is a better heel. Meanwhile, I feel like people like Sami Zayn and Johnny Gargano are better as faces than heels. So for some people, they're a bit more, they're a bit more equipped, I should say, for one side versus the other. And I feel like that's kind of the boat The Miz is in. But I feel like if done well, maybe it can be pulled off. Maybe The Miz truly can become a face. But I wonder how they'll go about doing it. Don't do it. They shouldn't do it like drastically. It shouldn't be like it shouldn't be an immediate thing where he's been heel up to this point, and then all of a sudden now he's face. He's let it build up. Let the Miz slowly start to see the error in his ways. Kind of what they did with the Shane McMahon story. He he granted, feel how you will about the feud slash the match, but yes, kind of what they did with that, have it be like a slow build up towards the Miz becoming face. Ultimately, the Miz does become face. I feel like if you do it that way, I think it would pay off a lot more in the long run. But the Miz versus Gunther, or for the IC title, well, even as just a feud, I think would be pretty interesting. But he's not the only one, because we do have the list of everyone who's seemingly in line to be a part of the story with Gunther, or at least feuding with Gunther as Intercontinental Champion. And so we have the aforementioned Miz, but then we also have Ivar, who's kind of been going on a singles run as of late. Bronson Reed, who, of course, they just fought a couple weeks ago for the title. Well, then, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So, I guess moving him from the World Championship division back down to the Intercontinental Championship division. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Then Ricochet, who of course is the man that Gunther beat for the Intercontinental Championship. And finally, Chad Gable, who of course has been battling for the Intercontinental Championship. So, what this tells me is that Gunther is not dropping that Intercontinental title anytime soon if he's gonna be feuding with all these guys. But also, I'm excited for the Intercontinental Championship division. Like all these names, guys who definitely are like worthy of that spot. Like guys who have been doing really well as of late. Potentially getting a shot at the Intercontinental title. Some former Intercontinental champions, and a few who within this list is besides Gunther himself, of course. But I'm excited and I'm interested in the Intercontinental Championship division at the moment, and it's been booked really well. And of course, whoever wins the Intercontinental Championship from Gunther is definitely going to have their stock elevated in WWE. Who do I think should win it here? Or honestly, I feel like all these guys have a reasonable case. He's not necessarily Ivar, or more so because his singles run is more so just beginning. I think Eric is injured, if I'm not mistaken, but Ivar, his singles run is mostly just beginning, but perhaps this will allow us to explore his character a little bit more, or as a single superstar. But honestly, all these guys, I think, wouldn't be bad if they took the Intercontinental title off of Gunther. I am also leaning a bit towards Chad Gable because he's been feuding for the title for a while now, but also because other than Ivar, he's the only superstar here who has it. And Bronson Reed. It's about half and half. So half these guys that is challenging for the title, half of them have held the Intercontinental Championship already. The other half haven't. So it's gonna be interesting. Some people have even speculated maybe Jey Uso can win the Intercontinental title, get a singles gold under his belt, really establish his singles run. But whatever the case, the title division is definitely heating up, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for the Intercontinental Championship. And like I said, Gunther's reign not coming into an end anytime soon, which is not a bad thing because the dude has been on a tear as of late. The ring general has been killing it as Intercontinental Champion in the matches, the feud, who's definitely fantastic stuff. It's crazy that he almost got buried. You heard that correctly. Gunther, Walter, or the Ring General, almost got buried. And it's crazy how things turn around. But nevertheless, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor, like, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the Intercontinental title division and The Miz potentially turning babyface. Do you want to see The Miz as a face? Who do you think should win the Intercontinental Championship? It could be any of the guys from these lists. It could be someone else completely different. But who do you guys want to see win the Intercontinental Championship? And do you think The Miz will be an interesting face this time around? I think the thing is like the one in 2013, I think, was a bit more out of nowhere, so that one didn't really work out. They kind of got a little bit closer to it working, I feel like, in 2019, but maybe that's just me. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.